Thank you, Nate. Starbucks executives meeting with the Tempe, Arizona Police Department after 6 police officers were booted from one of the coffee giant's establishments. A customer reportedly told an employee the person did not feel safe in the cops' presence. It happened July 4th. Authorities say the officers had purchased drinks before a barista asked them to move out of the customer's line of sight or to leave. The officers left. In a letter to the police department, a Starbucks executive said in part, quote, when those officers entered the store and a customer raised a concern over their presence, they should have been welcomed and treated with the dignity and utmost respect by our partners. Instead, they were made to feel unwelcome and disrespected, which is completely unacceptable. All right, let's bring in tonight's A-plus panel. We are joined by communications strategist Ronica Cleary. Good to see you, Ronica.
Good to be here.
And Democratic Councilman in Linden, New Jersey, Peter Brown. Back with us. Good to see you, Peter.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay. Ronica, I'm going to start with you on this. This is not the first time that Starbucks has had run-ins with the cops, and it's like one apology after the next. They've had sensitivity training, but what goes in the mindset of a store that allows one customer to say, I'm uncomfortable in the presence of cops, and then throw them out?
We don't need to look back very far. You have the Colin Kaepernick example where you can pick up the phone and say, these sneakers make me uncomfortable. These police officers should leave. They make me uncomfortable. That's the world that we live in today. A few things, though. I have noticed a lot of Starbucks are gun-free zones, and I've often wondered, is this an excuse to ask police officers to leave? Number 2, I guess in Starbucks' defense, I think they are a lightning rod for controversy. People like to gang up on Starbucks, so that might be to their disadvantage in scenarios like this. So
I think this is more of a social media issue. I mean, when you have an NFL player that has rhetoric out there that sometimes seems anti-police, you're going to get the occasion when you have someone saying, I don't feel safe, with a police officer in the building who's there to protect you. I think it comes back to social media and society where people feel it's okay to be anti-police. Police are meant there to protect us. I think that's right.
I'm sick and tired of it. I mean, if they called 911 because there's a crime being committed, I guess you're not going to be so uncomfortable with those 6 cops there. Right?
I couldn't agree with you more. Is the apology enough? I mean, the apology is necessary, but we have a much deeper cultural problem. Think of the layers of people this had to go through. You have a person in the store, you have a barista who thought this was an appropriate thing to acknowledge this request. I mean, the layers of problems are far bigger than your latte.
Maybe Starbucks needs to go back to the sensitivity training. Thanks, guys.